Hey, what's up, everybody? Samir here with Menden Fitness Studios. So, just want to talk real quick about caffeine and working out. So, caffeine, as many of you may already know, caffeine does a couple of things in your body. One thing that it does that's really cool is it helps your body use carbohydrates better, right? Second thing that it does is it helps you to increase your pain tolerance. So that means that you can take more punishment and keep on going. So punishment, we're going to say, in the context of working out, is that you can work out harder and longer and take and burn more calories and build more muscle, or whatever your goals may be, right? All right, so we got the two benefits. So one thing, or a couple of things that I want people to take into consideration when you're taking a caffeine, anything that has caffeine in it, even a cup of coffee, before a workout, is one, you want to check in with your own caffeine tolerance. So everybody has like a genetically set tolerance to caffeine. So that means that I can have like a half a cup of coffee, and that'll be enough to keep me energized, alert, focused for a duration of time. Whereas, uh, Mr. John X here over here, he can drink like 5 cups of coffee and still not get a buzz. But that sixth cup is what pushes him over the edge and gets him energized and alert. So know your tolerance, right? So if you've never taken a caffeine or a pre-workout or a caffeine supplement before, I would start with not the recommended dose, but start with a lower dose. So if the recommended dose is 2 pills, let's say you have a supplement that says take these 2 pills, that's one serving, I would take 1 pill. All right, take the 1 pill and then see how your body reacts to the caffeine from that 1 pill. Then if you feel like it's not enough, then go ahead and try the second pill or what have you. Also, if you're taking a supplement like something like that, a supplement like that, like a pre-workout, if you've never taken it before, break up the dose. So caffeine has a half-life of about 6 to 10 hours, depending on the person, activity levels, excretion, etc. So in this example here, you might want to take some of that caffeine supplement in the morning. You take it 8 a.m. And then you take, if you have like a long day, if you're working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., you might want to take the second half sometime around 1 to 2. So 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So that by the time you take it then, that first dose is out of your system pretty much. And then that second dose can kick in and help you power through the rest of your day. If that's, if you're a person that falls into that category. So watch the dosage. For athletes, this one's for athletes in particular. But if you're an athlete or in general, anyone that's working out too, this can apply to you as well. But if you're a worker outer and an athlete or an athlete, you want to test your pre-workout in the gym, right? So what that means is you want to, again, find that right dosage for you that lets you get through the workout and, not feel like crap after, not feel shaky, not have your heart rate up excessively high. You want to find that dosage out because too many times, a newbie, as far as taking these supplements like these pre-workouts, they'll get on the field, they'll throw it in their drink or whatever, get pumped up, and then they'll find that their performance is decreased. So, you're not able to play the full half or, first couple quarters or what have you. It just depends. Again, it goes back to your individual caffeine tolerance. But remember too, when you're working out, when you're doing activity, your metabolism is sped up. So you're going to excrete things faster. So if you're an athlete and you're using your pre-workout for the first time, you're going to find that, you might burn through it faster than someone that's not an athlete but does work out. It's just that athletes have a higher energy output, right? That's just how it is. So test that pre-workout in the gym first. See how your body reacts and then decide if it's something you want to take when you're on the field or on the court or what have you, and how much you want to take, right? So that's another thing to consider. You also want to consider water intake. So caffeine doesn't. There people have made statements that caffeine dehydrates you, but it doesn't dehydrate you per se. It just it speeds up the rate of excretion of water, right? So it just makes water move out faster. But that's not a problem if you're making sure that you're staying hydrated. So as long as you stay hydrated, you're not going to experience those so-called dehydration side effects there, right? So stay hydrated. And now this one's for runners in particular. So if you're a long distance runner, you never had a pre-workout, again, be careful because one of the things that caffeine does is it hypes you up. So it increases that sympathetic nervous system activity. So it just gets you hyped up. I'll talk about parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems in a future video. But what it does is it gets you hyped up. So when you're all hyped up, when you're psyched up, your heart rate tends to go up and your oxygen intake tends to go up and your heart rate goes up. So this is good, I think, if you're a person that has, if your sport requires more of your anaerobics, like your sprint energy systems. But if you're a person that has, you have to depend on long, slow duration, so like a jogger or something like that, I don't think a caffeine supplement will be good unless you've already tested it and tried it on yourself, and found that you can use it. But I don't think that it's good because it's going to cut down your ability to control your heart rate and control your breathing when you're doing that long distance activity. So, I mean, this can apply to rowers, anyone, soccer players, even anybody that has a sport where it's, stop and go, or slow and fast activity levels. So again, you're going to want to take the time. I would, if I had access to the space, if I'm a lacrosse player per se, I'm going to go on the field. I'm going to set the time for a whole lacrosse game. Might as well get some training done while you're out there and see how your body handles that caffeine there. Now, I'm not saying go out there and play a whole game by yourself. That's crazy. But, go out there, work on the field, do some activity, and then see how you handle it. So, but yes. So if you're a jogger and you're talking about taking a pre-workout for the first time, just be careful. Again, start with a lower dosage and work from there. So that's all I wanted to say. Because I get that question a lot. People are curious. How does caffeine work in my body? Is it going to benefit me? So when used properly, anything is going to benefit you, right? So do your research and keep watching here because I'll have some good answers for you. Stay tuned, rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. Have a good night. God bless.